Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of LuxProvide's Expert Point of View. Today we're here with a very special guest, Alexandre Tkatchenko, a researcher at the University of Luxembourg. Thank you for being here. How are you feeling?
Good, yeah.
Good.
Thank you for the invitation.
Could you briefly introduce yourself to those who don't know you?
Yes, so I'm a professor for theoretical physics at the University of Luxembourg. I've been here for about 10 years. My background, my bachelor studies are in computer science, so I am actually quite connected to high-performance computing. So I've been working in this area for more than 30 years. But in the last 10-15 years, I've been becoming more of a physicist, let's say. And so, today I use high-performance computing quite a bit, but from the other side, not from the user side.
All right, I'm excited to get started. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Great, so let's dive right in. So, for those unfamiliar with your work, how would you describe your research and its purpose?
I am very interested in understanding basically how atoms interact and how they form molecules and materials. And I'm also using the first principles of quantum mechanics to study this, because you cannot study atoms or interacting atoms without quantum mechanics. But applying and understanding quantum mechanics is very hard and requires a lot of method development and simulations, and that's where HPC comes. And so basically what we are doing for the past 10 years is trying to combine the first principles of physics and chemistry, so for example quantum mechanics, with artificial intelligence or methods based on artificial intelligence to really enable the simulation of those systems at increasing accuracy and size and speed.
And so you mentioned you need HPC, so you use MeluXina, don't you?
That's right.
And how did you start working with MeluXina?
So I've been interested in using MeluXina for many years, and so my group has been one of the first users of MeluXina. And so before that, we were mainly using either the local university resources or high-performance computing centers outside of Luxembourg, including worldwide, United States and so on. And since we have MeluXina, I think our usage has become really much more local, and we use it in multiple ways. We use it to generate quantum mechanical data. We use it for AI workflows and many different applications, really. So both CPUs, GPUs, and everything else.
And speaking of applications, how does your research apply to the medical industry?
So so in the medical industry, where we had a lot of influence is by developing methods which are applied in the drug formulation pipeline. So basically, when you have a drug, you need to convert it into a tablet, right? That's the tablets that we take, like aspirin, for example. And you need to know what is the structure of the crystals that make the tablet. And it's really important to know all the possible crystal structures. And so we develop methods that allow us to calculate the stability of all those crystal structures. And this is extremely important for pharmaceutical industry. So in fact, we have developed the most competitive methods in 2012. And those methods have been adopted in all big pharmaceutical companies in about 3 years from the time that we developed them. And so I think that really demonstrates the huge success that basically method development and application of HPC has on everyday life technologies or medicines that we use.
And what is the impact of using MeluXina in your research?
The impact is outstanding, right? Without HPC and a lot of HPC, we are not really able to do those calculations. So the quality and impact of our research is highly impacted by the availability of HPC like MeluXina, and availability of expert teams also that enable us to implement our simulations on such HPC resources.
And did it unlock capabilities that were previously out of reach?
Yes, I think it's a constant interplay between what kind of methods you have, what sizes of systems you can study, both in terms of size and in terms of timescales. And every time that you have access to better HPC and better teams that can help you implement your codes on HPC, you basically enable, better science.
Great. So how about we move on to the quick fire questions? Could you pick one?
Okay. Thank you. Okay, that's a very long one. Okay, can you give us an exclusive peek into some of the exciting projects your team is currently working on? Yes, I think the most exciting things at the moment is the strategic combination of physics and chemistry tools with artificial intelligence. So basically, by doing this, it enables us to do qualitatively new breakthroughs for many different parts of, for example, pharmaceutical drug discovery pipeline. And so we are trying to work on different parts of that pipeline and basically demonstrate that we can enable much better accuracy, much better speed, and in the end, basically completely hopefully change how pharmaceutical industry discover drugs.
And do you think AI will be a game changer for your research?
It is already a game changer. It's been a game changer for the past 12 years. So we started working actually on AI for science in 2011. So we were among the first groups to actually do that. And it has been continuously changing the paradigm of how we work.
And what drug discovery have you already done?
So recently we participated in what is called a blind test for drug discovery for a target that is related to cancer. And we actually were successful in this blind test. So in a completely blind way, without having any information about the potential drug, we found a few drug candidates. One of them was confirmed to actually work. And at the moment, we are waiting for the final results and writing a publication about this.
We actually published this article on our website. So what are some research cases that you're proud of?
There are many of them. So my group is quite interdisciplinary, so we work on many different topics. And I think in particular, all the success we've had in the applying these first principles of quantum mechanics and AI to modeling biological systems, this is where I'm really proud that we can actually do that.
We choose another quickfire question.
Sure. Okay. So this one is fill in the blank without HPC blank. Wouldn't be possible. Without HPC, scientific progress would not be possible.
Great answer.
Oh, that's the other one. Right?
You can drop them here.
Yes. Yeah.
Now on to the future outlook. How do you see computational medical research evolving in the next 5 to 10 years?
I think there will be much more interplay between the traditional methods, which are based on physics, chemistry, and biology textbooks, and AI revolutionizing this. But it's not just a linear process, so it's not just that AI will revolutionize anything. It's always a feedback loop. So sometimes AI advances push the science, but sometimes the basic scientific principles need to be incorporated into AI pipelines to actually enable those breakthroughs. And so I think I see that being a continuous sort of cycle that hopefully becomes a virtuous cycle, right? Basically.
And so what is needed for this evolution to happen mostly?
I think what needs to happen is we need more experts on multidisciplinary science, not only scientists actually, but also engineers and technical experts that work together in order to enable the whole pipeline of discovery essentially.
Will quantum change the way medical research is done?
So quantum has already changed the way in the sense of application of quantum mechanics, because all of biological systems are quantum by definition. If you refer more to quantum computing, right, then it could change the way that research is done, but I think that's in the long-term future.
Well, as you know, MeluXina Q is coming pretty soon. Will you be a main user as well?
Not sure. So at the moment, the applicability of quantum computing to the systems I'm interested in is actually not there. It's still quite early technology. We are interested in that technology, and we're actually collaborating with quantum startups to basically assess what kind of applications in our domain could potentially be implemented on quantum computers, but this is very early time. So the quantum hardware is still not really interesting for realistic research that we are doing.
Okay, all right, I understand. So what overall is your proudest achievement so far? I know it's a tough question, but if you had to choose.
Yeah, I think it depends in which domain you ask me, right? So if you ask me as a person, then I think raising 2 kids without screwing up is probably my biggest achievement. But in terms of professional development, I think it's the fact that I actually made the transition between being a computer scientist to being a physicist, because usually if you look at statistics, it's the other way around, right? Usually physicists become computer scientists, and in my case, I actually did the other transition, so I'm really proud about this.
Okay, that's really, really great. So that's a wrap. Do you have any last words?
I think I would like to thank everyone at LuxProvide for providing such a great service and really growing the ecosystem, right? The HPC /AI ecosystem in Luxembourg, which I think is a very important development.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.